Hello, hello, friends. Welcome back to the University of Unlearning. I'm London Souza, lifestyle transformation coach, and today we're talking about being on camera and making videos. So, if you guys are new to the Life Like London community, then maybe you don't know that I've been doing video on a regular basis for the last like 14 years. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I've been doing a lot of video and a lot of on camera stuff for a really long time. So it's definitely relevant to my life for sure. I have a lot of value to share there today. But, when bringing this topic to the University of Unlearning, I was like, this is super important and really valuable for everybody because it's 2020, right? This year has brought a lot of us on camera, so much more, right? Whether it's because you were an online entrepreneur, really buckling down and showing up even more. Maybe you had a physical business that turned online, or maybe you were just in a position where within your job, it was important for you to figure out how to use things like Zoom and Google Hangouts and all the places. What's the other ones like Web? I know there's all these different platforms. I love Zoom. That's the one I use mainly, but it's become like a household name, right? Because a lot of us are going to school that way or working that way. So this is a very, very relevant topic and something I'm really excited to talk to you guys about today because when I first started making video in 2012, that was professionally. So I had started when I was 17. And then when I was 23, I'm not going to do the math right now, but a few years later, 5-ish years later, I started making video professionally for Runtastic. And then it used to take me like 8 hours to make video content, like one video, because I thought I sounded awkward, which I probably did. And looking back, I definitely did. Um, I thought my hand was doing something weird. My hair was out of place. Like this sounded funky, or I stumbled over my words and I ruined it. We have all those things that have happened. And I've gone through all of that. And so I just feel like it shouldn't take somebody as long as it took me to really, really figure out what it means to be super, super comfortable and confident on camera, which is why I love online in general, because I can share those learnings with you guys and we can learn and grow from each other's mistakes and, newfound ways of doing things better. That's really what it's all about. It's not, we don't need to go out and make a ton of our own mistakes if we can go out and figure out, okay, who's kind of done some of that groundwork and how can they help me? And that's really how I felt very called to serve this year, especially in 2020, because I'm like, I've been doing this for a long time. Like for me, you know, I am so used to and comfortable being in front of a camera, but I wasn't always this way. And I had people that I was working with at Runtastic that, helped me with posing and like where to stand and how to talk in terms of like making sure I was loud enough and where the microphone was and making sure my ponytail didn't hit. Like I got all that, but no one can really tell you, oh yeah, just like relax. A lot of that is like mindset work and a lot of the stuff that we have to get past there too, that I want to share with you guys and talk to you guys about as well, because I didn't have any support. I didn't really seek it out either. I didn't really like even know that I should have sought out support until it's like, I don't know. I want to say it was too late. It was just like, yeah, it was just a whirlwind. We're just cranking out videos every single week on a regular basis. But I did take public speaking course one time, a full day public speaking course with this lady named Ula, and she's so amazing, such a great coach. Full day public speaking, like boot camp, and then we had a little champagne afterwards. It was really nice, and she helped me a lot with my nonverbal communication and what I do with my hands. I had this blinking problem where I'd always like be blinking, or my feet. I'd always want to like roll to the outside of my feet and I do this thing that was just like a nervous habit and super distracting. So people helped me like that. But the stuff I want to share with you guys today is something that I didn't really like have any help with. And no one really taught me, and why I feel like it's so valuable and why we need to get really real with that, especially now, especially now. So let me take a drink of my water first and we'll break it down here for you. So it's going to be awkward, scary, uncomfortable, regardless of your experience on camera. Okay. If you have none at all, or I should say, like, regardless of your public speaking experience or just, experience like doing that at all, because I've had women come to me who are like, London, I've done, keynote speeches or spoken on stage of like hundreds, sometimes thousands of people and felt super at home and comfortable. And now when I'm at home in the comfort of my own home and I turn on the camera, I feel uncomfortable and I feel awkward and it's just different, all the way to people who are like, oh, I've never done stuff online or on camera, and this is all brand new to me, So everyone's feeling scared, awkward, and uncomfortable, And for some of us, it did take a year like 2020 to like light the fire under our asses and be like, go for it. You have to show up online. You have like no other choice, if you will, And with that being said, the most important thing that I've learned that has helped me get past all of the awkwardness, the bad hair days, the weird light, all of it, is that the message is so much bigger than that. The value that you're going to provide by making videos, whether it's to promote your brand and business and to help people in any sense of the word, is so much more valuable and so much more needed than, the critique and the picking ourselves apart. And I know that can be hard. And sometimes it's just a matter of like, I'll make a video. I would do this before too. And I do this sometimes as well. I'll make a video and then I just press play and listen to it. And I'm like, okay, is what you said, get the point across? Okay, cool. Post. Because sometimes you get caught up in like, oh, what did I look like? And was I too sweaty? Or I thought this looked good, but that was like, I don't know. We all do that. And I've been working with a lot of my VIP clients who are either, a lot of them are entrepreneurs. Some of them were online before the pandemic and have tightened up and gotten even better online before. Some people transitioned into online, but nonetheless, nearly almost all of my VIP clients, have really stepped their game up on camera. And it's been such a great experience as a coach and with my expertise and experience on camera working with them and seeing them grow in their confidence just by saying, hey, it's not about me, it's about that message. I got to show up for my clients. I need to show up to help more people. And if things are going to be closed down and we can't meet in person, then we got to be digital. We got to find a way. We got to, pull our big girl chonies on and keep on going, if you will. And so, yeah, even these women that I work with, we've been working together, sometimes 6, 8, 12 months, crushing out a lot of like the fitness, lifestyle, habits, routines, all those things. And then, kind of starting from scratch in that showing up on camera space and feeling the uncomfortableness there and using that as a tool to get out of your comfort zone and really show you what you're made of has been beautiful in such the same way that I love to see how fitness can do that, how it can transcend into other areas of our lives. Anytime we get out of our comfort zone and we prove, hey, we can do this. We might not be, the greatest right now, but we're committed to learn and grow. And that's really the most beautiful part. And so, yeah, I guess it is the truth, half truth. It is awkward, funky, and uncomfortable, and it takes some getting used to hearing what your voice sounds like and being okay with that. It takes time, figuring out, kind of the logistics there of, how you look your best, feel your best, sound your best, do your best, and make your best videos. It's going to be a matter of that kind of trial and error and continuing to show up there for sure. Now, the other part is that it requires a ton of expensive equipment and a big giant setup. And that couldn't be further from the truth. Friends, I am doing the University of Unlearning from my computer in my childhood bedroom because I came back here to visit my family. I was living in Austria, living abroad for 6 years, came to visit for my niece's birthday, decided this is not a time to go back to another country. I want to be with my family. So left, I had some other equipment and things that I was using there. But now for most video, I use my phone. And right now it's cracked and broken. So I'm using a broken phone to create all of my video content, all that stuff. My computer, this is my microphone that I use. And I specifically have this because I do a podcast too, but this microphone was less than $200. My MacBook is not just a computer. I don't use a light setup personally. I probably could, like get some lights to freshen things up around here. As you can see, I'm not like worried about it too much. I always set up in front of natural light, which is basically a window. I have my desk set up right here in front of a window. I just make sure that things are nice and tidy and cleaned up in the back. Got that all set up. I don't need a studio. I don't need, all this fancy schmancy stuff. Could it make the quality and certain things better at a certain level when it requires it? Totally. But right now, there's some myths that need to be busted, and there's, value that needs to be put out. And so I'm doing this from the bedroom, that I grew up in. And it's just so interesting in this process of University of Unlearning and creating these videos and executing this plan now in your childhood space is just so bananas. And if any of you guys have done, yeah, just like any work in terms of like, yeah, personal work, inner child work, all those things, you can just imagine the great environment it is to be like in your childhood home. And by great, I mean like, yeah, the triggers, come and as you're unlearning and growing. And then it's 2020. Love my family, love my parents, my brothers here in this room next door. We get along super well, but nonetheless, I don't have a fancy schmancy setup. I need something that's quick and easy and fast. I'm doing it right here in my room. My niece's stuff is in here too sometimes. So it's like, it's all about the value. It's all about that mission. So when you're going out there thinking, okay, I want to take my business online, or I want to put myself out there more online because my brand depends on it, or I have this story that I want to tell, or I want to share, it's about the value that you provide to other people. If you could change one person's life, if we could all by online showing up on camera, showing up on video, change one person's life, like it's worth it. It's so worth it. And we have to see it that way. And that's one thing for those of you listening that might be online entrepreneurs, content creators, influencers, where you're just like, oh, how do you continue to like continue? Like how do you keep on keeping on and continue to create that content is really by reminding yourself every day who it's about. It's not about you and what you be looking like and whatever. Yeah, we want to look our best. No, I don't want to put the light behind me and be a dark shadow. We want to show up so you guys can see me in the video. We're here, whatever, but it's really, really less about the equipment and more about the message and more about putting that out there. And like I said, it doesn't require a lot of expensive equipment. It does require commitment for sure if you're going to put out video content on a regular basis there, especially. But yeah, to all my content creators, like I said, influencers, all the things, when it comes time to, yeah, figuring out, okay, well, what am I going to talk about and what I'm going to put out there, is just continuing to remind ourselves, hey, it's not about me. It's about serving. It's about me learning and growing and sharing, me learning and growing and sharing. And that repetition of the cycle, then it just becomes less about, did I stumble over my words and do I have the latest, most expensive equipment, and more about, hey, I need to show up, whether it's because I've chosen to step into this and step out of my comfort zone, if you will, or it's because, hey, my job changed and that's just how it is. And like, we just have to start doing more stuff on video and on camera and all those things. So for whatever the reason, I'm super excited that you're on camera. I'm super excited that you're creating video content. I'm super excited that you're finally starting to understand that your message matters and that talking about what we're going through and sharing our learning process or our unlearning process and our growth and all of that matters. And it's really, really important. So that's really my message for you guys, is that, yeah, you're going to go through the growing pains and start small, just like you would with anything that you're starting, whether it's fitness, changing your nutrition, healthy habits, all the things. But oftentimes we make it a bigger deal in our head. It's more expensive, more equipment, more complication, more know-how than it actually is, right? And I think we can see that maybe in different areas too. We think, oh, it's going to be hours of workouts and meal preps. No, it's like 30 minutes a day and like a little planning on the weekends once you get the hang of it. Right. So I hope this inspires you guys. If you guys are interested in showing up more on camera and you want more information on that, I'll put all the links down below so that you can check out my On Camera 101 course, where I work with people one-on-one to improve their on-camera skills. And I'll watch your videos and give you feedback and help you create online courses or videos for social media to promote your brand and business. Just kind of any way that I can help you show up better on camera and more alive alive and vibrant and confident and excited about the message and less concerned about the what's showing. I know it can be hard, but that's the key really to delivering solid and consistently. And so if you have, if you have any interest in that, just let me know. You can shoot me a DM on social media, and you can also get connected by those links I put there below. Okay, so 2020 pulled a lot of put a lot of us out in front of the camera to make video content and all of that, but it's definitely not going away. And pandemic or no pandemic, I hope you understand and realize the reach and impact that we can have when we show up on video and on camera. Love you guys so much. See you next time. Bye.